Netcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is Twit.
Bandwidth for the Giz Wiz is brought to you by Cashfly at CACHEFLY.com.
It's time for the Giz Wiz with Mad's maddest writer, Dick DeBartolo. This is episode 1515, recorded Thursday, April 23rd, 2015. Chaddsford goes to coffee.
And now, get ready for Dick.
On this episode of the Giz Wiz, we got tons of kitchen gadgets galore and the start of a new chapter.
It's the same dumb show with Dickie D and OMGchad on Twit TV. It's time for the Giz Wiz because gadgets are his business. They've got a gizmo sickness, geek disease. Under pathology, rows and rows of USBs, glowing LEDs. Get ready for the Giz Wiz now.
Now! I hope you are ready for the most fantastic show about gadgets on the internet. Here he is, the maestro of gadgets himself, Dick DeBartolo.
Chad, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing?
I'm doing super too.
Great, great, great. Let's maybe. Do you think we should start with our big announcement?
I'm gonna leave it up to you.
Nah, let's
okay.
move on. So you guys,
Okay.
photos from an. Well, okay. I guess. So for a while now, it's been known that I am moving to LA, and a lot of people have been asking what's going to happen to the show. What is the next step for the Giz Wiz? And so we have a small announcement to let you guys know about. Oh, Jeff is saying it's a big announcement. That it is.
Okay, right.
It's not a small announcement. So starting, this will be the last episode with me in it. Next episode, Leo will be hosting. And then after that episode, we will be going independent. We're going to do the show on our own for the next episodes after the one next week. So we've decided.
And, you know, I should jump in here and say that Leo called right after the announcement about new screensavers. And said that I will now be part of the new screensavers because that's where Leo and I met, and that sadly Giz Wiz would leave Twit, but he said, you know, you guys should take it on Patreon. And he says, as a matter of fact, I'd like to set it up. So if you're up for that, let me call Chad myself.
Yep.
Which he obviously did. And he said, you know, I am going to support the show every time either one of you guys is on to tell people about that. So we are not like sneaking off and going into competition.
Right. This has been blessed by Leo, basically.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
absolutely.
And Lisa.
And Lisa. Everyone. The only person who didn't approve was Jeff, but you know, we don't care about him. No, just kidding.
No,
he approved. So if you want to support the show moving forward, and you want to find the show moving forward, cool thing is that because we are working with Twit on the transition, all the feeds should stay the same. If you're subscribed in iTunes, nothing's going to change after next week. You'll just continue to get the show just as you always have. In the future, you'll find show notes at GizWiz.TV. And also, you can support us on Patreon if you want at patreon.com/GizWiz. Let me bring that up to show you what it is. Patreon. I don't know how to spell. And you can support us there. This is what it looks like. Giz Wiz is creating the same dumb show.
Oh my God, we corrected the spelling.
Yeah, we did on that one. You know, that little red line was bothering me quite a bit. So moving forward, this will be kind of how our show, if you're unfamiliar with Patreon, basically this is a way for you to support private endeavors like the Giz Wiz moving forward. And it's a donation pledge. And right now we have it set up so you can set your limit for just $1 a show. That's $4 a month, less than the price of an expensive coffee. We'd be thrilled if you would support the show, and that would help us out a lot. And Patreon is really a great platform. You can set a maximum donation limit so that if you're afraid, it's still just going to be a weekly show, but if you're afraid that we release 100 episodes in a day and you're going to get charged for all those, you can set a cap so that you don't get charged for those extra episodes. We also have some goals that we have on the side here. If we get,
we have goals.
We
when
do.
Did that happen?
We do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have some milestones. So for $50 per episode, hey, we can buy our own server. We won't be sharing it, or we won't be using third-party stuff. It'll make the show get to you a lot faster. At $502 per episode, we get a raise.
Oh my God! What?
Yeah. At $1,000 an episode, we'll start shipping stuff. So one thing that is going to change is I'm not going to have the infrastructure to send out the crap from the we actually haven't talked about this, Dick, from the gadget
This is
warehouse.
all news to me.
From
Yeah,
from the warehouse.
Right.
I'm not going to quite have the same infrastructure Twit does. So at $1,000 per episode, that happens again. I'll be able to spend a lot more time and
For $1,000, you can deliver to their home.
exactly. I'll drive there and handle it. No, I'm just kidding. And then we have a whole bunch of goals on there. So please go check it out at patreon.com/GizWiz and help support the show. And we hope that you are looking forward to us being independent and taking the show on for ourselves in the future. So yeah.
Okay, and a lot of questions about GizFizz. So this is the deal with GizFizz, because I asked Leo about that, and they are the new screensaver is going to be a little bit different than other Twitch shows, if I'm understanding this right. They're actually shooting for an hour show. Okay, so it's not open-ended, and people will be booked for certain segments, so that they hope to have an hour show. So I guess it would be Twit's only hour show. So once that sort of falls into place, if it does, then Leo said, if you can just hang around after that, you can continue doing GizFizz. So that is
Perfect.
the plan.
Perfect.
So, okay.
Great. I feel like there was one other thing I was meaning to say, but I forgot it. So anyway, that's our big announcement. And next week, Leo will be on the show. And
Oh, I remember what it is. We decided we're going to tape Thursdays at 7:30.
oh, that's it. That was it, actually. Yes, we're still keeping it live. We're still going to tape Thursdays at around 7:30. And details to come on where that stream will be. It won't be on live.twit.tv, but we are going to stream it in some capacity. And,
okay. Will we have a chat room?
Yes, we should. We should.
Okay.
We're still
All right.
figuring
So
out where and when. Well, we have 2 weeks to figure that out, basically. But
Okay.
we'll keep you updated. And GizWiz.tv will be the best place for you to see and learn about that. Right now, that's just a placeholder, GizWiz.tv. But it will be. That will be our new home. So yeah.
That will be our home.
Perfect.
Okay.
So you went to an event.
An event, this issue of Mad Magazine, which I have now, I can't find. Could you just get me a copy off that shelf there with Weird Al on the cover? So Weird Al edited the May issue of Mad and actually had a lot of input. I think he and his friends created something like more than a dozen pages. He got friends of his to write stuff. And so they had a big event at Barnes & Noble where Al would sign copies, and Mad Magazine put some pictures up on their website. So, John, do you have those? There are about 4 photos there. I sent you the link to that. And But maybe, maybe not.
No, I know. It looks like we don't. Is it on GizWiz.Biz?
It's in the email I sent to John.
He's getting it. He's getting it.
Okay.
And so this was at Barnes & Noble just to release the magazine? Or?
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly. So he had several hundred people come. He has a huge fan base. Do you know his work?
Oh, gosh, yes. So when I was getting into music, I discovered Weird Al, and this was like in the beginning of middle school. And of course, the lyrics spoke to me as a middle schooler, and so I bought a lot of CDs of Weird Al's, and my parents weren't incredibly into music. I know some other people's parents, just in contrast, you know, had a better kind of understanding of rock, and mine didn't. So it was kind of how I understood, how I learned about popular music and you know, current bands of the day. And there's stuff would come on the radio, and I'd be like, oh, the lyrics are weird, because I listened to it from Weird Al first. So yeah, I'm a big fan of Weird Al.
Yeah, and he has an incredible fan base there. And so there are some of them. Okay, so there's Weird Al, obviously. This is Weird Al just about killing himself doing, he can bend himself into very weird positions. They're like this.
Wow.
Okay, yeah, I know. He was doing several poses like that, and as I said, it took the entire staff of MAD. That's pretty much the office part of MAD, with a lot of the freelancers behind him. And let's go a couple more. Signing MADs, the entrance to the store. This is good. And more MADs. This guy is Al Jaffe, who created the MAD fold-in. Do you know what the fold-in is?
No.
In the back of MAD, there's a picture and a question, you know, like what American so-and-so is bringing the country to its knees. I'm just making this up because they don't have an answer to it. But there's a photo of something, and you fold it, and not only does the picture become a different picture, but the question actually becomes the answer. It's very complicated.
Wow. And he makes these every magazine?
For 50 years.
Wow.
And it came about when Playboy came out with the gate fold out, and Al Jaffe went to Bill Gaines and said, listen, I have an idea. Playboy's doing a fold out. We're way too poor to be able to afford another page that folds out. All we can afford to do is have the magazine fold in.
Right.
And he said, and this is how it would work. And it was supposed to be a one-time thing, and people just loved it. And now, as I said, he's been doing it for 50 years.
Wow.
And is going into his 90s.
Wow.
Is just, he's my hero.
Wow.
I mean, he's just my hero. Anyway, all right, so there are some pictures from the Barnes & Noble event this past Monday.
That is really cool. And did you actually get to hang out with Weird Al?
Oh, yeah, I did. There's several pictures of me with him, but they seem to be somewhere else.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we had a lot of fun. We had lunch together a couple of times at Society of Illustrators. He's a big MAD fan because, you know, when you write satire songs, and MAD has done a lot of satire songs over the years, so he's a perfect fit for us.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, let's jump into our first gadget.
We're going to do a gadget as seen on TV. I don't know if you've ever seen the Fasta Pasta ad.
Fasta Pasta?
Yes. Well, I'll do a little demo of what the ad makes it like so hard to cook pasta. Well, this, I think, will make it clearer when you watch the video. The DeBartolo Man's Med is trying to end the Giz Wiz one-take theater. If you've never seen the infomercial on how difficult it is to make pasta, I'll just give you kind of a hint of how it goes. You know, oh, I want to make pasta. How am I going to do it?
How do you open?
You need to staple the pasta,
cords
and you have to grout the pasta. And if you want macaroni, then you have to drill holes in each piece of pasta.
Oh, and then how about serving sizes? You have to cut the pasta to the length you
Oh,
want.
man.
Yeah.
Oh, and then there's cooking it. And then there's the pots.
And then there's moving
Endless
it.
Pots. You need at least 9 or 10 pots
Oh, man.
to make pasta.
Yeah, so you know
I
how
do.
difficult it
I
is.
tried once.
For one, okay? Well, that's all over because we have Fasta Pasta. All right, there it is. Microwave cooker, perfect pasta every time.
Really?
Oh, as seen on Rachel Ray. Okay. All right, so we have pasta here.
And, you
from,
know, just
I think
taking it
from
out of the
St.
box,
Joe's.
never tried
And
it.
the lid, so this is Fasta Pasta, this here. And the lid is your serving size, all right? So we're going to make pasta for 4. Okay, so you take it out and
Oh, I see
you
how
have
that
to get
works.
enough
Yeah.
pasta
Okay.
to fill
Yeah,
this
there's a little hole. There you go.
Yep. That's
Oh,
servings
okay,
for
so
2.
Actually, a few more.
So you can
and-
either make
you'll have it
1,
all
3, or 4. Pasta
Okay,
for
there
4
we
is the
go.
max.
All right, then that should be for 2.
And there's multiple holes.
All
Yeah,
right, that's for
Yeah,
2.
just 2,
You
yeah,
throw
right.
it in here, okay, and there are watermarks here. Now, I have to tell you, it's hard to see the watermarks when you fill it. So what you kind of do is look at what the watermark is before you start filling it and kind of guess where it is. Like there's a 4-cup mark here, which is what we're at. So that's a little bit hard to see. But then again, if you have young eyes, maybe you'll see them right. So let me try and guess what the second serving would be. We're doing pasta for 4. So we're going back to our grid. Oh, I made a great guess. Look at that.
Oh, nice.
Whoa.
That's the Italian in
You're
me.
a pro.
That's the Italian in me. All right, and then we drop that in. All right, and
How
now,
do you cook this in the microwave?
you know what, Dennis read the instructions. I didn't. What did it say? Just put the lid on?
No, you leave the lid off.
Oh, you leave the lid off. Okay. And then let me set microwave for, you know how many minutes?
Yeah, I know. This is what's
15 minutes.
amazing.
Okay, 1500. And don't look in there because there are a lot of crumbs. Okay.
I shouldn't have said anything because she can't see the crumbs on.
Not at all.
And
It's so pristine.
the Fasta Pasta is going in 15 minutes. And,
Does it rotate?
okay.
It
so
rotates.
About my childhood.
Right.
Okay. So
We can
we'll
vamp
do a
for 15.
fade,
Yes.
and we'll come back, and we'll see about the pasta. Okay, I can tell you one thing that's kind of neat about it is when you're done, you put this on,
When it strains.
and then this lets you drain it. Right there, those little grates. Well, you're going to see it. I guess we'll put it this way. You'll drain it in the same pan that you're cooking it in. So that's it. So why don't you just go do things for 15 minutes. So we'll do a wipe, and the pasta will be done. Oh, okay, so you came back. We're down to 18 seconds. It's boiling away in there. It's probably very hard to see.
It did not
And we
boil
learned
over. I know.
something
right.
new.
That's interesting.
Actually, it's better if you have a microwave bigger than this. It kept getting stuck. Right
did
now
it?
it's stuck again. It hits the walls, but most of the time it was turning. Oh,
Turned
my
out
word.
that it said it does not have to turn.
Word. So what we're going to do, you know what? Look at that. That is pretty neat. I'm just going to take out like one strand.
Throw it against the wall. See if it
One
sticks.
strand.
Yes.
Whoa! Hot, 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 hot. Down and
The thing is, once you get it the way you want, you know, you may have to adjust it to 14 to 16 minutes.
type it out
Then
back
you
there,
don't
it's okay.
you don't even have to do the tasting thing anymore.
Right.
Now-
It's pretty consistent.
the top goes on. And
Before the name goes in.
let me do that. Bum, bum, bum. And hold it over the sink. I'm going to try and turn it toward you a little bit. All right,
And
can
then
you see
I should have rinsed the pasta off, and I forgot
there
to.
seems to be a lot
But
of water. It's very funny.
you can
Normally, you know, there are
pour water in through that
tons
hole,
of water
Right.
in pasta.
and also rinse it in that
It's like the
compartment.
pasta almost absorbed all the water.
And then I realized
All
you're
right.
cooking with a lot less water than
Oh,
if you.
yeah. Oh, wow.
And now over to the serving bowl. So now
Now, how
the
do you
cover
heat
comes off.
the sauce?
Also, you can spice.
Oh,
it
I'll
down.
show you.
Dun, dun, dun. No.
They just take a piece of silverware. Okay. Now, so this is what it looks. Doesn't look kind of interesting, doesn't it?
Looks
All
really
right,
straight,
we're gonna
yeah.
Drop it in. You know what? This does not look bad. And I'll tell you, it was 15 minutes that we did. And where's that professional fork here? So
It's pro because it
that's
has so much more tongs.
it.
Yes, exactly.
And
It's a heavy
I would
grade
say
plastic.
it looks pretty neat. Look at, and I'll tell you something else.
Yeah,
that
now
I
I
was
want
impressed by. I looked on
spaghetti.
Amazon, and there were like 900 reviews, and the majority of them are 5 stars. So this is it. It's Fasta Pasta. And there is something weird on the box. It says, let me see if I can find the thing on the side. It cooks all pastas, rice, vegetables, casseroles, soups, and makes cake.
What?
Yes, I
Makes
know.
cake.
There's a
Look at
picture.
this.
It says,
I don't know how it does that.
It slices. It dice. It
Now,
makes cake.
I'm
It
going to
makes
let
cake.
you, I'm just going to come over here now and just see. This is something I learned from my mother about sauce.
Oh, yeah.
It's just about done.
Look at that.
My mother was amazing.
Gourmet.
My mother actually made sauce directly in the jar and vacuum sealed it
Wow.
before she took it out of the pot. Amazing.
yeah.
Ma,
And
this-
left me several
for
bottles
you,
in her
Ma.
will.
All right.
Okay, so from everything we've done so far, we like Fasta Pasta. It's about $15 on Amazon, and that's it. Dick DeBartolo, Mad's Maddest Writer, and the Giz Wiz, and now a chef. One Take Theater. Bye. Actually, come over for pasta. We have mom's sauce.
Now, is it 15 minutes whether you do 1 serving or 4?
You know, I believe it is.
Yeah.
Only because on the frequently asked questions on their website, someone said they wanted to make pasta for 8. Can they put 2 of these in the microwave and then you double the microwave time?
Oh, yeah.
And that's where I read that someone said, I don't even have a turntable in my microwave. And the answer was, it doesn't matter. It cooks whether it turns or not. So this is
Perfect.
great for like a college dorm or something where, you can get a lot of meals out of a pound of pasta.
Yeah. Yeah, no joke.
Yeah.
And then,
So you don't...
Yeah, this is really, really, really nice. I'm
Yeah.
thinking about what's the price?
It's $15.
$15?
Yeah.
So-
I mean, when you look at it, you go, well, it's only a piece of plastic.
Yeah.
But somehow they've engineered the bottom so that when you look in, the water is swirling through the pasta. Whatever
Yeah.
it is,
Stirring
they deserve
it.
the money. They deserve the money.
Jeff says he used that all through freshman year. You owned one?
I have a pasta boat.
He has a pasta boat. He had
He's
a
a
pasta yacht, knowing Jeff. Oh, you sent me a link? Let me check it
Oh,
out.
Jeff did? Oh, to his pasta boat? No, Jeff had a Fasta Pasta, but forgot to buy a microwave. That was his problem.
Where's the link? Oh, I don't have that open. Okay, yes. So here, let me open up Jeff's link here really fast. To the was it shaped like a boat? Yeah. Did it have a stern and like a mast? I really hope so. That wouldn't fit in the microwave? Well, that's a bummer. So here is his pasta boat. Makes perfect pasta every time. See, the other one said makes perfect pasta no matter what. What was it? It said something else.
But this has a free bonus steamer.
So this has a free bonus steamer if you want to steam it.
Oh.
Look at that. And And look at those handles. How could you go wrong? Are those also the foghorns? That's so you don't burn yourself.
And how much is that?
This is a $12.99, new from $12.99 down here. At
All right. It looks like I got pretty good reviews, too.
Yeah. Man, apparently I've been missing out on the pasta
Both of us.
vessel train. I've always been, you know, throwing it on the stove. That makes no sense.
Yeah. No, it should be in a pot. Just don't
I mean,
throw it
it does make sense. Yeah, right. Oh, the handles are the serving size measurer.
Oh, that's clever.
Is that why I've been doing it wrong? Just throwing it on the stove? You need to...
Yeah, it should be in a pot, and there should be some water involved.
You would think someone would teach you that. They'd be on the instructions or something. Gosh. Yeah, my pasta was always very crunchy. If it makes a lot of sense, though, because you just boil, like water's going to boil, but water boils only at one temperature, and you'll make pasta. You know, done. Okay, perfect. Moving on. Next gadget.
Next gadget is...
Oh, we didn't even say, did we? All of these gadgets are kitchen related, just like the month.
That's right, just like your theme. You're going to do a kitchen related theme. And the next one is, one of these we talked about, but we didn't see it work. But I'm doing all three of them in one spot only because, you know, that Star Wars trailer was released last. And in hours, 10 million people watched it. So Star Wars, which doesn't open until December, will be big. So this company is on the right track with their Star Wars kitchen gadgets.
The DeBartolo Man's Made Us Right and the Giz Wiz One Take Theater. You know, there's Star Wars Mania again. A new movie's coming out in December. They released the second trailer, and in a matter of hours, like 10 million people had watched it. I'm a Star Wars fan because of Mad. I did a takeoff on Star Wars. We called it Star Roars. And what's kind of interesting is after this issue of Mad came out, we got a letter from Lucas's attorneys. We're being sued.
Oh my gosh.
And they wanted the profits and they wanted the artwork, and we shouldn't be doing that, and it's copyright infringement. But what the lawyers didn't know was 2 days before their letter, this letter came. And I just happen to have it here in the kitchen. It's from George Lucas to Mad. I think there should be special Oscars awarded to Mort Drucker and Dick DeBartolo for comic satire. So our publisher, William M. Gaines, took the lawyer's letter, a magic marker, and said, gee, George liked it, and sent him a copy of George's letter. That ended the deal. But Star Wars has not ended. As I said, the new movie's coming out in December. We talked about these a couple of months ago, but they were not in the marketplace. Now we have working samples. The Star Wars lightsaber barbecue tongs. Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. Okay, let us unsheath our weapon. Okay, and we press the magic button.
Oh my gosh. That is too much.
I challenge your steak to a duel. Okay, that's pretty neat, isn't it? Wow. So authentic Star Wars sound effects. You get the red shield to put it in, and this goes that way. And it's on Amazon, and it's a little bit under $40. Something that we didn't show in the past was you do need your R2-D2 pizza cutter.
Oh, of course.
Okay. So let's pull this guy out with authentic R2-D2 sound effects. Imagine a pizza here.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that neat?
The translation, there's no pizza here, doesn't mean
this was taped April 21st, and this was about $18 on Amazon. And then finally, this we did see pretty well. That's the R2-D2 kitchen timer. You just twist his head, 0 to 60 minutes, and then it rings like the old-fashioned kitchen timer. And that is on Amazon right now for under 25 bucks. So there you have some Star Wars stuff, a little George Lucas info, and a lot of money coming for the next Star Wars movie. I think it's called The Force Begins. I think it should be called The Sales Force Begins, right, with all the merchandise. Dick DeBartolo, Men's Medicine, right, and the Giz Wiz. One Take Theater. Bye.
Sales Wars.
Sales Wars is good. Yes, yes.
That is so. I could totally imagine seeing that R2-D2 pizza cutter at a Star Wars themed birthday party.
Yes.
Everything.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And the guy did make a point of saying everything is officially licensed now through Disney, since Disney bought Lucasfilms.
Right.
So you're getting authentic sound effects.
Oh man, the chat room is just going crazy with references of like, this is not the pizza you're looking for. And, shut it down, shut it all down.
That's very
great.
That's
very
great.
Great. Those are I'm surprised at how many Star Wars kitchen gadgets there are for the Star Wars
this company is going to have they have two licenses, Doctor Who and Star Wars, and between the two licenses, the guy said they will have 100 gadgets on the market this year.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't like to be the person who negotiates with, like, for Star Wars licensing.
Yeah.
And,
no joke.
you know, I just know from doing this over the years that companies will take like a major motion picture and they divide it up so that you can produce kitchen gadgets that like are not electric kitchen gadgets. And then there can be another license who's licensing things that plug in.
Right.
And then there's, you know, like, especially at Toy Fair, someone has the license for box games, card games, but can't make anything electronic. So, I mean, the amount of licensing that goes on and the fine print must be overwhelming.
Yeah.
Beyond us. Beyond us.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I'm kind of glad I'm not in that space of.
No.
I'm just like, hey, do you mind if I do this thing? Like my friends. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You know.
See, someone in the chat room says we should call this the Star Wars Giz Wiz season, but we can't because now we're putting a name on it.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, and the other thing about Star Wars and the lawyers and everything, satirical magazines have a fair amount of leeway. A lot of this is thanks to William M. Gaines, the founder of MAD, who fought lawsuits for other people who were being sued, little magazines being sued for doing satire. Bill said, you know, I have the money, and if we let small magazines get put out of business, they'll come after us. So it's a difference when you do a satire in a magazine because it's satire and it's short-lived. As opposed to doing a satire on something. Like if you did an entire satire book on Star Wars, you'd probably have trouble because that would be something that would be on the shelves for months or years.
For a long time. Like making a Star Wars satire movie would probably be a lot more difficult.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Right. Unless it's
Mel Brooks. Yeah, unless you're Mel Brooks, and they realize they're going to get a lot of publicity out of it. Okay, our third item, an under $15 kitchen gadget, and let's take a look at that.
Dick DeBartolo, Mads Mediterranean, and the Giz Wiz on One Take Theater. One of the problems with cutting fruits and vegetables, you often also cut your thumb. So at this year's Houseware Show, there was a new gadget introduced. And by this year, I mean 2015, it is the chef's thumb. Now, you don't get a real chef's thumb, but you get this chef's thumb. So it's a way to slice, dice, and peel like a pro. So what you do is you pick the insert that best fits your thumb, and then you put it in here, and you slide this closed. And I'll show you something else it has. it has these kind of raised ridges here, and they actually go into the fruit or vegetable to hold it while you slice it. But wait, there's more, okay? There is a little slicer that slides on so that you can peel fruits and vegetables. Now, I am zero in the kitchen. I mean, I peel fruit with an axe, okay? That way I can be a good 18 inches
a motorized
away
axe
from the sharp edge by holding the axe handle. So we have a special guest.
Chainsaw.
It's Maurice the Shy Chef. You may have seen him. He's on cable TV, channel 1,000,007. Okay? So I cannot show you his face, but we will show his. All right, so Maurice the Chef says he will talk to us, but we cannot see him. So he is slicing a tomato in half. He is wearing his chef's thumb. And we are cutting tomatoes, slicing it. Notice you can slice right up to the thumb without worrying that you're also going to slice your finger.
Yeah, with
so
a
there we
crappy
go.
knife,
Very good. And now, can it core an apple? Okay. Maurice, we're going to see. I know that you've never done this before. We'll see if you can slide. You can leave that on. And this slides in. There's a channel on either side. And I think you're doing it.
Wow.
I did it.
I
Okay.
think you did do it. All right. I have to go
Again,
back.
we didn't look at any
And then-
instructions.
You'll have to sort of see how it goes.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
It's
So
sort
this
of
is
working.
not-
Now, since
This
you've
is
never
not
ever
going
done this
well.
before, it may be a little bit tricky. Is it hard to do?
It seems a little difficult.
It is hard to do?
Maybe I'm doing it wrong.
No, that's okay. We do all honest things here. I've never, ever peeled. Is that an apricot? What is that?
An apricot? It's a cucumber.
Okay,
Or
we're
zucchini. What is
trying
it, actually?
another
I don't know.
way.
Well, actually, Dennis figured out the problem. Is
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
The blades are one
All right,
directional.
so
Yes,
we're,
exactly.
Oh, all right there. That's working really good.
Oh.
All right. Very, very good.
So
and
is
again, we
Dennis
didn't-
left-handed?
Done. Nicely done.
You know, I
The sous
believe not.
chef.
Oh, look at
Charlie,
that.
the
Oh.
sous chef.
Charlie
One
has
dog.
to be involved.
Charlie.
Charlie, so you sort of have an idea of who it might be.
Oh, no.
Okay.
We
I know,
saw the
he does-
shy chef.
The chef's
That's hard to
thumb.
say.
It's $15, and right now I believe it's only on the website, which is chefsthumb.com. Oh, he's going nuts now. He can't stop peeling. He's a very.
Made for right-handed.
Oh, maybe. Oh, it could be made for right-handed. It could.
Oh,
be
he was
made
doing
for
it left-handed.
right-handed.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, it does. There you go. All right. There is our appealing chef. Dick DeBartolo, Mads Maddest writer, and the Giz Wiz with One Take Theater. Bye.
That's a very appealing product.
Ah,
You know, whenever I cut stuff, normally I use my finger. So I assume you could just switch it from your thumb to your finger.
You use your finger.
Yeah, whenever I cut something, normally I'll use my finger as a guide instead of my thumb.
And you don't risk cutting your finger?
Well, I do. I mean, just the same that
I see.
that you
Oh,
would,
okay.
you know. But
Yeah,
but
right.
normally when I'm,
Right.
I don't know, my finger's the,
Yeah.
the closest thing.
Yeah.
But
Chad says, you know, I've
Say
and
no
want
to
see, this is what I love.
Oh,
is
my
when
gosh.
when they show you.
ding ding ding! Did you see
Yes,
how ridiculous?
yeah,
Oh my God.
I know. We could not get ours to sparkle like that.
Yeah,
Like,
interesting. Yeah, see, for me, I always
yeah.
I cut like this. Not
Chad says, I have
not
never
like this.
ever cut my thumb once because I use all my other
Yeah,
fingers.
I cut,
that's what
no
I
one
have.
no one else cuts like this. That's,
Just got the one finger left.
that's how I do it. Interesting, very interesting.
Anyway, so the chef's thumb.
It looks like it was able to peel really well once it was right in his right hand.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Very
yeah.
cool. And what was the price? I missed that.
It's under $15.
Perfect.
And what I would like to use it for is slicing bagels. Slicing bagels is very difficult. You stand them up, and it looks like they're going to cut easy.
Oh.
And then you go down, and suddenly the knife goes off to the side. So.
I thought you were talking about the shaver, and I was like, what do you bagel slices? Like you were gonna skin the bagel?
Oh, yeah, bagel.
I was totally lost for a little while.
Well, I have 50 people for
so I
breakfast.
like making,
we only have one bagel. Okay,
Exactly.
there you go, there you go, there you go. There
Homemade
you go,
croutons. We're gonna just throw them in the pan, and they'll get really done. Yeah. Anyway, it's
so
time.
Now, yeah. So I just showed. I mean, compared to the gadgets that I have. This next gadget most likely will be astounding because Jeff Needles probably helped pick it out, right?
He did. I'm actually really excited about this one because there's multiple awesome things. So let's roll the Krabby Corner.
You know you don't need it, but you might want it at Chad's Krabby Corner.
So
get it.
Let's get fancy. I'm going to show you. If you saw, well, assume you didn't see the other stuff that I brought out, okay? But if someone was to hand you a wine bottle, you got one problem, and that's that you need a glass. So, introducing the Bendy straw for wine. That's right. No, that's actually not what it is, but that's what it looks like, right? It looks like a Bendy straw for your wine.
Yeah, right.
This is a wine aerator. So
just a bit of politeness at a dinner party. If you open a bottle of wine and put that in there and then start drinking it, I think the guests are going to be a little perturbed.
They may be put off just a bit. Just a bit. We're just going to warn you about that.
Okay.
But this is actually for aerating your wine as you pour it. Now, it is not the classiest of items. This is from Fred. So you kind of, they have a sense of humor, this company. We've done a few other.
Fred makes, funny stuff.
Yeah. So this is what we're going to the end product for us. Now, before I show this off, Jeff happened to find the best bottle of wine I have ever seen. This is the Chaddsford spiced apple. Now, not only is it the Chaddsford, but on the back, the little description.
Oh, Dick D. Wineries.
Yeah, exactly. No. Yes. Apple cider goes to college and comes back wiser, warmer, and infinitely more sophisticated. We're going to college with the Bendy straw, okay?
Yeah.
Perfectly at home in every autumn setting, from tailgates to Halloween parties to family Thanksgiving and steamy mugs in front of evening fires. Mull, it's slow. Oh, go ahead.
Nothing for spring.
Nothing for.
Okay.
Jeff, spring. It's perfect for autumn settings. Autumn.
Christmas parties.
Apparently, I'm leaving now, so this is what we get stuck with. Mull it slowly and breathe deeply as the house fills with courier and Ive aromas of memorable times. The Chadwick.
All that is in that one bottle?
All of this. Listen, this is a potion. It's not a wine. So, let's go ahead and open this up.
Yeah.
And pull off that part of it. We have our
also,
bottle.
you know, if GizWiz on our own fails, we can sit on street corners and just drink wine directly out of bottles.
Exactly.
And we'll already have one Bendy straw.
I know. I think that people would pay money to see that happen. I think that you're supposed to use this to like twist. I don't know.
Well, first of all,
the
it must
best.
be very fancy that it has a cork.
Yeah. I mean,
that's a sign of a good wine
No
that it's not in a cardboard box.
here. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna spill this all over my shirt.
Oh, don't.
How does this? This is the most difficult.
What is Jeff doing here?
Where's the better bottle opener? I know we have one. I can't. Oh, got it. Whew.
Whoa.
Classy.
Oh, yeah.
Classy. Woo. Okay.
No wine for me, thanks.
You certain? Okay. Jeez, that was difficult. Okay, now to really class it up, let's put the Bendy straw in it. Because a wine as good as this really needs some aeration.
Yeah,
you know,
I think it should be air conditioned.
It is stuck at the bottom. Get out. There we go. So there's little holes that's perforated throughout the straw, so it actually wouldn't even work as a as an actual straw. You slide this down in there. There's it goes into the wine, and we're gonna make sure that is a tight fit.
How can we tell that it's aerated? Well, we'll see.
I don't
know. Well, let's see.
I probably should taste it before and after. I don't know. By the way, Jeff actually didn't go out and find this wine.
Oh no, it was in a cabinet.
It was in a cabinet it might have been here for 5 years.
Wine is important.
I gave that to Leo when I came out to the cottage.
It doesn't have a year on it. That is how classy it is.
Yeah, wow.
This might
it's when it says made fresh daily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no year on it. It's from Pennsylvania.
Boom.
Oh, the vineyards of Pennsylvania.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah. Too bad you have no place around you that makes wine. That's too bad.
Consumption causes birth defects? What? Okay. For this vintage of wine, I need ice cubes? Yes. Really?
Absolutely.
Wow, this
I cannot
is
tell
really
if you're serious.
Classy.
There we go. Got some ice cubes.
Wow.
Here comes the straw pour.
We should be wearing tuxedos for this.
Oh, I can definitely... Was that supposed to be a red? I don't know what this is supposed to be. It's apple cider, okay? I know it looks like pee. I know it does. Ignore that.
Let's see. Looking at that, I would say you should cut out all sweets.
It doesn't say... It doesn't say to serve chilled. Whatever. That's how this party is.
It doesn't say you should serve it at all.
It's not like I have to drive 10 hours tomorrow to get to LA. It is this you know what this smells like? Apples that went to college. Definitely.
Water purifier that.
Where's that water? I need the life straw, please. Can we bring that back?
You know what?
It's not bad.
You could pour wine through the life straw.
The question is it any different? Okay, so here. I'm gonna pour some that's not been aerated.
You need another glass, though.
There we go. Put that in that one. Luckily, the ice glass that this is really how you should be drinking this wine is out of a plastic disposable cup.
Yeah.
It's harsher. It could also be because it's warmer. We're not scientific on this show.
No.
How much is this thing?
Well, we will be when we do our new wine show.
Right, when we do the new wine show.
Nice.
Ah, very good. Yeah, so currently on Amazon, it's $11.15. We bought it for $8. If you really want to make sure that your guests know that you have class and you are, quite the wine aficionado, you too can own the Fred and Friends Bendy Straw Bottle Aerator.
I like the matching bent straw, too. Yeah. That's nice.
Yeah, that's the only way to consume these.
Yeah, that is nice.
You know you're in trouble when the straw costs more than the wine itself.
The straw, who knows how much this is a vintage wine, okay? That's Josh in the background, who happens to be in New York with Dickie D at the warehouse with his wife Vanessa. And
at Disneyland.
And there's his
Hang
wife
on.
Vanessa on the right. There you go. And then Rob is the woman. No, I'm just kidding. No, Rob has the beard. His wife Vanessa is the striped shirt, and Josh is in the middle, who's our normal technical director for the show.
Normally sitting there, yes. Yep.
I'm not any normal technical director, guys.
he's an abnormal technical director for the Giz. He's traveling out to New York, so. He's getting to watch the show from Dick's place.
Yeah, he's at Disneyland live.
Yeah. Perfect.
Got tickets at the tickets booth for half price.
Oh, is that because he's an employee price?
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Employee pricing.
Nice. What he didn't tell you is the employees also clean up the warehouse after the show and walk Charlie as well. So that is the Bendy straw bottle aerator. Kind of a fun gadget. What's funny is it's called the Bendy straw. This straw does not bend. It is. Oh, that's very funny. It is solid. It is solidly created to look bent, but it's not.
If you're going to sell it, you want to sell it as the solidly straw?
Solidly,
or the Bendy straw?
Solidly bent straw from Fred. Anyway, you can buy it on Amazon. There's links in our show notes. So moving on to Nick's Gadget Warehouse.
They're geeky and they're goofy, together they are loopy. When gadgets pass away, he takes them out to play in Nick's Gadget Warehouse.
Foghorn.
The chat room is already coming up with titles for this show. Chef Boyard, Dickie D.
I love it.
You pasta be kidding me.
Oh my gosh.
Get bent straw.
Chad missed the pasta boat.
All right, Dick's Gadget Warehouse. The subject, it's from Christy, but the subject is Mark's sensor fuse, my favorite gadget. And I had 2 of these. They are very old, but Mark still uses his. So let's watch Mark's video.
Hi, fellas. This is Mark from Texas. I just want to tell you how much I enjoy watching the GizWiz every week. Y'all do a really good job and keep me up to date on all the latest gadgets I like to buy. And I just wanted to show you my favorite gadget of all time. Bought it a long time ago, it seems like, but I still use it.
I wonder if he's a cowboy fan.
This is the Sansa fuse, and if you turn it on, it has a little video display.
Oh, wow.
And
John had one of these.
Yes, it was one of the first little units you could watch videos.
And you can go over here and you can watch videos.
Exactly like an iPod. John, do you happen to know, did it come out before the iPod video? It did.
Movie. If you wanted to watch a movie, you could watch that. But I like going down here to the FM radio and turning it on, and I listen to Dallas Cowboys games.
No way.
Because I'm a season ticket holder, and I always listen to them. And this thing is great because you can listen to hours and hours and hours of FM radio on it, and you can have a backup if you want, which is my wife's Sansa fuse, which just has a plain case. But we use these if we're going to the game and we can listen there. But when we bought these were cutting edge and they were wonderful, but then a few months later the iPhone came out and basically made these obsolete, except for the use I have for them. And I just wanted to tell you, a couple episodes ago you showed these wonderful plates, and I just wanted to let you know that these plates are at the grocery store, and I'm not sure if you can buy them individually because it does say that they're 2 for $5.
The taco plates.
Oh, yes.
They did have them, and since they are out individually, hopefully that you could purchase them individually. Thanks, guys.
That's perfect.
Thank you, Mark. Yeah, it was from, I think SanDisk made them. You know, the people who do memory cards. That was like their first foray into gadgets other than memory cards. And it was really neat. I remember being on an airplane and thinking, I'm watching a movie on my little centrifuge.
Yeah. I mean, especially if that was out before the iPod video.
Yeah, yes.
Like, that is so small, so compact.
It was great. And then I think they came out with the centrifuge video. I forgot the new one. But it had an SD card slot. So you can even add more stuff to it.
Wow.
And just for laughs, I looked on the web, and evidently a lot of places still sell them.
Oh.
So
I love that he has a gadget that serves its purpose, and he's just continues to use it.
Yes.
All the time.
Yeah. It's probably
awesome.
10 or 12 years old.
Yeah.
And it still works. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So we're looking for videos because the GizWiz goes on in its new home. So what we're looking for is 2 to 3 minute video, my favorite gadget, my gadget warehouse. We love it when you find old stuff that, even if it doesn't work, you can't part with it, because even as Mark was talking about his centrifuge, so many people either had it or still have it in a drawer somewhere, like me. I have 2 of them buried somewhere in the warehouse. So just put it on YouTube and send us the link, and it goes to a new address now. So it goes to mail@GizWiz.TV. Mail@GizWiz.TV.
Jeff says he'll forward me all the ones that we haven't read yet.
Okay.
So hooray.
Great. Great,
I'm sure he's just like, forward those on to you, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And he's sending everybody a letter. If you didn't get your crap, just write Chad directly.
Send Chad a thing. Yeah, that is hilarious. Moving on to the letter.
We want to thank the GizWiz backup singers appearing live tonight here at Disneyland Studios. They'll be playing Friday and Saturday, 2 drink minimum, and vegan snacks only at the bar.
Cover is very inexpensive, just $50.
$50. Okay, our letter is from Francine Gukas, Guokas, and she says, I thought of you the other night. I love the show Scorpion, airs on Monday night. I missed part 1 due to a preemption. Anyway, I purchased the show on Amazon and HD for $3.99, and I saw I could buy the whole season for $24.99. I like to watch shows more than once, but I had deleted most of the Scorpion shows to make room on my DVR. Next day, I thought, why not? I'll buy season 1 for $24.99 and rewatch them when I want. Guess what? In one day, Amazon raised the price to $34.99. Seriously, one day. Makes a big difference. I'm not going to pay for it. It's not the $10, but it's the principle.
Right.
I wanted to share the story with you. Regards, Francine. That's a lot, right? Well, we never did figure out.
Yeah, all we could figure out was like maybe supply and demand, or how many views a product is getting would bump it up, or if a product had been bought and so they were running low.
Yeah.
It seems like if you view a product at a certain price, the system should remember that you viewed it at that price and keep it there for a while.
Yes.
That would be way better.
I do notice on GizWiz that lots of times we'll price a gadget before the show, and a day later it's $5 more.
Yeah.
And maybe you're right that they run out of them at one price and they go to another. But other times I think they just have a little thing there that goes, oh, a lot of people buying this. I bet they'll pay $5 more.
Yeah.
But for a $25 item to go up by $10, that's a mega jump.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that is.
Francine, thank you. Yeah, we feel your shame. We feel your disappointment.
I've seen it before, and I'm sure this is not the last time.
And Chad mentioned that program.
Camelizer. So with Camelizer, it's a Google Chrome plugin, and so if I go to just Amazon.com, and on this front page, just click one of these items. I'll look at this watch right here. Camelizer sits in the URL bar up here. It looks like a almost an address book with a camel on it. And if you click that, it will give you data of the price for, this goes back to April 23rd. So
now we can see a big difference, right? So it was anywhere from 23.
Oh, this is a year. Yeah, I'm viewing the year view.
Yeah, okay.
So I can set it to 6 months or whatever. The green line is Amazon's price. The blue line is third-party new, so they have that feature on Amazon. And red is third-party used for this watch. You can also set it to notify you once it reaches a certain price. So let's say down here at the red, it looks like it was around $15. And so if I want to say, notify me at about 15 bucks, then, and I have my email address typed in there, and you can create a watch. It's quite a nice thing to have.
And it's free, right?
It's free. It's completely free. And there's been many times.
I thought it was the Camelizer, and that it was going to,
I was hoping that it would, like
do apples.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, some sort of frambe or. I was really hoping for the Camelizer. It really helps when you have that suspicion of, wait, it was that price yesterday?
Yeah.
Wait, and you'll look at it, and it'll be different. And then when that happens, you can rest assured, you just type in what you want it as, so what the price was just the other day, and you can basically rest assured that you'll be notified once it drops back down, and you can buy it then. Camel.com also does this, apparently.
What is the connection with camel and Camelizer?
Bumps?
What is?
Either
pumps, there you go. Okay, that's
or
good.
I assumed that it was trade, like in the Middle East, you use camels to move your trade. I don't know, Arabian nights like Arabian days. No, I don't know. Maybe this is just the Latin getting in to my.
I think you've had just a little much of that Bendy straw wine.
Listen, the Chaddsford is kicking in, guys. It's like I've gone to college.
I want to find the Dixford's wine. See if they...
I'm sure that's available somewhere.
Yeah.
Don't forget about what the heck is it? Go to GizWiz.Biz and scroll down. There's a what the heck is it banner, and this is what we are trying to figure out. What the heck is it? It's pretty obvious. That this is it's a spherical mustache holder. You take your mustache off at night, keep it in this. It's like Tupperware. You have a little hole so it can breathe just a little bit, almost like a humidor, and keep your mustache fresh and perky. That is, that's obviously what it is. So, but if you don't believe me, I'm telling you the truth. But if you don't believe me, you can go and make your own guess at GizWiz.Biz. And there are 12 magazines for correct answers, but 24, double the magazines for interesting, hilarious, ridiculous, creative answers.
And you are playing to win the
Weird Al.
The Weird Al issue.
That is so perfect. That is so cool. So please get on over there and make your guesses. I will remind you once again that we are now on Patreon, patreon.com/GizWiz, to help support the show. We deeply thank every single one of you who is helping support the show. Even just $1 helps out a ton. If you can give more, we truly appreciate it. Patreon.com.
As Chad said, give up one coffee a month. Please. Or as Jeff said, tell people to just give up college education for one kid.
Wow, we're already, oh my gosh, we're already almost at 70 bucks an episode.
Oh my gosh. Oh my God, we should have left Twit years ago.
Oh my, this is going to be great. It's funny, that photo was just taken right before the show, and so we're both wearing the same thing.
How amazing. Wow.
Isn't that great?
Wow.
Look at that.
Yeah. No, you don't donate so often. I think, I don't know how this works. So someone's saying you donate every episode. So you just say $1 an episode and it just bills you or something?
Yeah. So what'll happen is whatever you pledge, you can set your pledge, and you can also set your maximum pledge. So you can set your basically not your pledge, but your maximum amount that ever gets charged to you, and they'll charge you once a month. So if you decide $1 an episode, but you also set your maximum at $5, so that we don't come out with 10 episodes in a month.
That ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. But it just rest assured that you have that option. And then at the end of the month, you'll be billed once for however many episodes you supported, and they take a small percentage, and then the rest goes to us to help continue to make the same dumb show. And if you're wondering what the style of the GizWiz will be, oh wow, it just jumped up to 70. Wow.
Wow.
Wow, that is so cool.
Yeah, we're doing it exactly the same as you see it.
Yeah, we're doing exactly the same. I'm gonna try to get stuff set up. Maybe in the first 2 episodes, I may be sitting at my desk because I'm still working out the logistics of standing and switching and everything. But we're gonna try to keep it almost shot-wise and content-wise.
All right, so I'm gonna ask Jeff a favor right on the show so that we have witnesses that he said yes.
Okay.
Okay, so Jeff, after the final episode of GizWiz next week with Leo, will you mail Chad the sign, the GizWiz sign?
We actually talked about that right before the show. The GizWiz sign will be shipped after the episode next week with Leo.
Okay.
And the emergency GizWiz gadget.
Oh.
Am I not allowed to show it?
No, we're not doing that. You can take it, but.
Oh, he's saying he won't ship it. Maybe I'll take the emergency GizWiz
gadget. Oh yeah,
gadget.
that's hard to ship.
I'll take it with me. So
right.
I'll always have the GizWiz emergency gadget. It's funny, the first time I hosted the show, there's a sign here. This is the emergency GizWiz gadget.
Oh, that's very funny.
So I might have to take this sign as well.
Take the sign. We can get a new 2x4 in LA.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. Right under the sign is also the bay alarm. So this that points out the window. Well, I moved it. Thank you so much to everyone who is supporting on Patreon.
And I'm just going to jump in one more second because people are saying GizWiz got canceled. So when I was talking to Leo said, if I cancel the GizWiz, I will be lynched because you guys have so many fans. So basically, I'm moving over to the new screensavers. And Leo suggested that Chad and I continue to do the GizWiz on Patreon. Even set up the arrangements, called Chad, said Dick is in. So we're doing all this with Leo and Lisa's blessing. So it's not really canceled. It is moving off Twit.
Right. Right.
Okay. Right. All right. I'm going to wear the same shirt on the new, just so you know it's me.
Exactly the same shirt every week.
There you go.
You know,
go.
Every episode, just a show. It's the same dumb show. If you want to catch previous episodes, you can at twit.tv/GizWiz. In the future, our new home will be GizWiz.tv, so you can look there. And right now, it's just a placeholder. And we will continue to be live every Thursday around 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern, and we
hope to come up with a chat room.
We hope to come up with a chat room and a place for you guys to enjoy the show. You could follow me on Twitter, and I'll be giving more up-to-the-minute updates on Twitter about what happens with the show. Thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you so much for your viewership. And I won't be here next week. Leo will, and we're taking this show on the road for the next few episodes. So see you guys next episode.
I'll be here and then there.
GizWiz.